Today we're going to be loading up some 223 from Xtreme Bullets, and this is from their reloading kit on the Dillon RL 550C, and that's coming up next here on Jesse B Outdoors Reloading. Welcome back everybody, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment down below if you like videos like this. First off, I'd like to thank Xtreme Bullets for sending this kit out to the channel for us to do videos with. So far I loaded them on the RCBS Rock Chucker Supreme, and then we loaded them up on my Lee Classic Turret Press. Now for the third video, we are loading them up here on the Dillon RL 550C. Today we're only going to be loading up 50 of these. Normally I do 100. But I kind of want to make this video a little bit short, so we're only going to do 50. So we'll bring that camera in over here, and I'll show you guys what all comes with the kit and what powder I'm using. Now for the components that we're going to be using in this video, we're going to do this a little bit different here. So first we're going to start off with the brass, and what we have here is sized and pre-primed brass here from Xtreme Bullets. This is their brass and their primers in these. Then we're going to move over here, and the bullets are going to be 55 grain full metal jackets here from Xtreme Bullets that we're going to be using. And then the powder we're going to be using today, we're switching it up here. We're using Hodgdon H335. Sorry, I'm not used to doing rifle stuff all the time. I had to take a look at it. Now, I know a lot of people like this powder. And the load we're using, once again, I'm not going to tell you because YouTube's been funny about that lately. But you can go into every single reload manual and Hodgdon's website, and the load that I'm using is on there. I will drop a little bit of a hint, though. From what I've seen and read and a lot of videos, this is a lot of people's pet load I'm using. But like I said, it is in the load data, so it's nothing crazy that we're using. So that is all the components. Once again, we're using Lee bullet seating die and the Lee factory crimp die for this. And then when I do my powder check, we will be doing that on the RCBS Rangemaster 2000. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, now we're going to get started here. And what I'm going to do is just like I normally do. I'm going to walk the first one around the press and tell you guys what's going on in case you're a newbie to reloading or you've never seen how this press works. That way you guys know. So we're going to take our first piece of sized and primed brass. We're going to put it in station 1. Now in station 1, you can see up here I have nothing in it. So we're still going to work the handle and go up. And then we're going to come back down and push forward like we're seating a bullet. That makes sure your powder measure up here is reset so you get the right powder charge. So now I'm going to move it over to station 2 here. I'm going to put another piece of brass in. What I'm going to do here though is I'm going to take my locating pin out. I'm going to remove that piece of brass, come to my RCBS scale over here. I'm going to put that piece of brass on here, and when it stabilizes, I'm going to zero it. That zeroes out the case. Now, I've had people ask me about this, saying, well, every piece of brass weighs different. Yes, it does. That's why I zero it. It's no different than using your powder pan. When you put your powder pan on there, you zero it, and that's how you get the correct measurement. So now we are stable and on zero. So now we are going to come up here. And this is going to activate the powder drop. That's all it's doing is dropping powder for the rifle round. Still pushing forward to reset that. We're going to come over here. Double check our powder charge. It's dead on to what I want, so we're all good on that. So we're going to put that back in there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my pin back in. And we are going to move this over. And now we are over to the bullet seating and crimp die. I don't like doing it all in one step. So I just got this set up to seat the bullet. And then we'll go to the next stage and crimp it. So now what we're going to do, we're going to put our piece of brass in. Grab one of our Xtreme Bullets here. Set that on top. Go up there and we are going to seat our bullet. And remember to push forward again on the handle. Now what we're going to do is put another piece of brass in. Put our bullet on top. And this last station here, I got the Lee factory crimp die. So we're going to crimp that bullet here. Now we're going to go up. Push forward. And there is our very first round right here on the Dillon RL 550C. So very nice, very nice. So we are going to run this now, and we are going to go into progressive mode because now every station is filled up here. Now when I go up and I come back down, I'm looking down in here to make sure I got a powder charge. You guys can see I got a KMS squared lighting here, and that shines on every station to let me see what's going on. But the main one is the powder charge. You want to make sure that powder charge is up there where you want it to be. And the good thing about rifle is, if you double charge it, it's going to spill the case. Because a lot of the charge weights that we use bring it right up to the top of the neck. Like this one right here. I can look down in there, and it's pretty much to the bottom of the neck. So you're not going to get away with double charging these. But now you don't want to get a squib load by not charging it. So we'll get this in here real quick. And you guys can see, once you get going on this, you can knock some rounds out with absolutely no issues. The one thing I really like about this press is it's very consistent. There's actually videos out there of people who do competition shooting for accuracy, and they load their rifle rounds on this press, and it blows my mind that a progressive press like this can do that. But it's such a good press, it does do that. Now, like I said in other videos before, I'm making these rounds the plink of my AR. I am not one of those precision shooters. I can't get into it with knocking shoulder bump, blah, 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 to get better accuracy. I cannot tell you that. What I can tell you is I set the dies up to how the book tells you to do it. And I use my Lyman case gauge here, and I make sure everything works in my Lyman case gauge. That's what I'll do after this video. I will go through and check every single one of these rounds in that Lyman case gauge to know if they're good or not. Some people only spot check. I'm picky because I don't like having issues on the range, so I check everything. Now when I do pistol rounds, usually I use the barrel. I find my pickiest 9mm barrel and I load all my rounds of that. That way I know if it works in that gun, which right now is a Canic. If it works in that, it'll work in all my other ones. So I load all my 9mm to that. What we're doing here, it's just a load. The overall length and everything's right out of the book. I've got right now 3 different 223, 556 ARs, and this, you can drop them into the chamber and they fall right out. So I'm not worried about it at all. As long as I can bang on some steel, that's what these rounds are for. I just like to mention, since I'm doing rifle rounds, that I just make plinking rounds. Because saves me with questions in the comments. A lot of people ask me, well, what do you do for this, that, and everything else? And that's not me. I don't know. I don't have enough experience to do it because I don't shoot a lot of rifles. So just leave it there. Now, what I am going to do here, coming up soon, I am going to start a series on 223, you know, kind of like a beginner's guide to 223. And we'll do them. What I got is I got some clean brass. And we need to size them. We need to see if they need trim and whatnot. And then on my RCBS case boss over here, I bought a Lee setup on there for trimming the brass to make it easier on me. So I am going to do that. And then we'll just go step by step, one video at a time, until we have a completed round. If that's something you guys are excited to see, leave a comment down below and let me know. So I know you guys are interested in something like that. But now what I'm going to do, since we're only doing 50 rounds and just sitting here yapping with you guys, I can knock these out quick. Let's go into quiet mode. Alright, as you can see here, you can knock these out with absolutely no problem at all. Like that very much. I'm going to put another piece of brass in here. I like doing at least one spot check when I'm reloading on the powder charge. Put it over here. Let it zero out. Actually, this case actually weighed the same as the last one I did. So I don't have to zero it. It's already zeroed. Get a bullet on here. And we'll go up and get our powder charge. I always like doing a spot check when I'm progressive reloading at least once in the middle. Just to give you kind of an idea. And we're dead on again. And I have pretty good faith in this Dillon powder measurer. They've done their homework now. Got all the bugs fixed on it. I've had this press for over a year now. I have never had an issue with it. And this is actually the first time I've got the rifle charge bar in it to do these. And it's been accurate right off the bat with all the rounds I've done on here so far. Besides these ones, I've probably loaded 300 rounds maybe on this now. I did one video for you guys, and I can't remember if I did 150 rounds in that, but I've done some off camera too. Just because I wanted to get some loaded up, and sometimes it's nice to reload without the camera on, just so I can enjoy this. That's the main thing about reloading, you gotta enjoy it. But I also like making videos for you guys. But I don't like making repetitive videos on the same thing. Now, if I did this kit again next year, you guys would have forgot about this video. So I would probably do another one kind of like it. But all in a row, that's just overkill. There was other stuff on the channel that I wanted to get done. Truthfully, after this one, I think we are going to go do a couple revolver rounds. I've already got the inside part recorded. We're going to do 44 mag versus 45 Colt, and I'm loading up my hot 45 Colt to do a comparison on it. And we're going to load them up in that video, take them outside and chronograph them and see how they are. And then I think I got a 44 Magnum ladder test that I've already done the inside part of the video on, loading the ladder test, and we got to get outside to do the video too. Right now it is February of 2025, and it's been freezing rain, cold, windy, yada yada yada. So I haven't got outside much, so I've been trying to get stuff done on my main channel for when it was like that. But now it's getting a little bit warmer out, so we can get some of this reloading stuff and do some of our chronographing and stuff. Get all that knocked out there. And as you guys can see here, we are already down to our last couple of rounds here. And just like that, even with the talking and everything, wiping these out with absolutely no problem. And I'm grabbing the bullet in the right one there because all we got to do is crimp it. That tells you when you get into a groove, you're just like boom, 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 boom. But there is our last round of 223 for the Xtreme Bullets reloading kit that you just add powder. So as you can see here, this just add powder kit is very nice. It comes with everything you need. Their thought process is just add powder, reload it. Like I said, chamfer and deburr the cases. You will like that much better. It'll be easier to set the bullets in when you do it that way. I will have the full review coming up here, because they sent me 1,000 of these out, and I've done one box of 500 already. This was starting on the second box, so I got a pretty good idea right now, at least on reloading these, to give you guys a thoughts. And there is an issue. Well, I shouldn't say, yeah, it could be an issue, but yeah, just keep watching the channel, and you'll be looking forward to that, and I'll tell you guys what I've come up with loading 500 of these so far. But once again, I would like to thank Xtreme Bullets for sending these out to the channel. And there will be a discount code down in the description for you guys. So as always, don't forget to check the links out down below. Down there I have links to Axil hearing protection, Gators eyewear, and a bunch of other companies I like dealing with. Some of them got discount codes to save you guys money. Others are affiliate accounts that do help out the channel. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Leave a comment down below. We are One Nation Under God. And I'll see you all on the next one.